the Sables ended their season on a high, beating South Korea 27-22 in Seoul, Korea, to finish the 2024 year unbeaten. They played a total of 7 test matches, including that Rugby Africa Cup final. The match was the last of their 3-week-long tour of the Middle East and Asia, which also saw them beating the UAE in Dubai about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think good experience playing in the West against a tough opposition. Managed to hang out in the end, certainly probably aged me a few years and the rest of the coaching staff. But I'm very proud of the boys and their effort over the last couple of weeks. The time together has been invaluable, and to finish it off like this is super cool.
So, Sables captain Hilton Mudariki, along with hooker Simrashe Mandioma, both reached 50 international caps for the national team in that win over South Korea.
Just relieved to get the win. I think the boys and Hilton as well. Like, we worked hard, so hard throughout the whole year, and to just like top it up with a victory away from home, last game of the year, couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Like what Simba said, it's been a tough year for us. Boys have worked really hard, and we definitely deserve this. I think the work that the players, the coaches, medical staff, everyone that's involved in the Sables has put in 2024. This is what it comes down to. So yeah, we're super proud, and it's awesome for me to run out to my 50th with my good friend Simba. Yeah, been at it since the very beginning. So yeah, thank you so much for the support, guys. We appreciate it.
We really do, man.
Love you guys.
Super proud of Hilton Mudariki and Simrashe Mandioma. We'll try and get them, we'll get them on the show this week to celebrate 50 international caps. That's huge. That shows consistency. And, there's a lot of talk about, obviously, the Kyle Godwins and the Ian Pryor's who've dropped in from Super Rugby. But, our own long-serving sevens, Hilton and Simba, absolutely fantastic. And for them to be able to enjoy this wave of success, that the Sables are on 7 matches unbeaten. For me, you look at it, I know we're going to focus on winning the Rugby Africa Cup, but getting that Namibia monkey off our back in that semi-final, for me, was the highlight. But then, to be able to go to the UAE and South Korea and get those wins, I think was very encouraging. I think my only concern, Chief, from watching both those games, the UAE game and the South Korea game, is I think with this game, I think at some point we were about 19-0 up. And then I think you go back to the UAE game, I think we were 22-3 up, and then we sort of opened the door in the second half and let teams. So I think it's just that game management that I want to see improve. But, to see those players fit in, I think players like Ian Pryor, I think they've given us a structure that we didn't have, because I think our players are more free, they like to express themselves. I think we needed a player who's organized and disciplined, who can be like, you guys do your thing, but I'm going to create a structure. And I think with the experience of someone like Hilton, especially as playing as scrum half, and then Simba at hooker, that's sort of like giving us balance in all the right areas of this team. And I'm really excited. I hope we're not going to just relax as we go, because I think it's only June, July that we go back to Uganda for the Rugby Africa Cup. I hope the Sables Trust, Zimbabwe Rugby Union, and everybody's...
that Lawson Mtongwiza is working really hard there at the helm of rugby, together with his board that includes Temba Mliso. They're working well together these days, trying hard to make sure that they continue to keep the Sables busy. I think they've got quite a number of matches that are lined up, as the year begins as well. So to keep them busy and together, because the ultimate goal is to qualify for the World Cup teach, and it's super important. And of course, you talk about Hilton, he feels like my son, he actually feels like my son. Let me tell you the irony of it. His mom, Winnie Muchanyuka, who was the CEO at Zimbabwe Tourism Authority. Very good sister of mine, personal friend as well. And, at some point, these boys, they just need somebody to talk to, somebody to guide them in some way or another. So we sort of built a relationship there with Hilton, and at some point I can tell you he really was going down and he wanted to get out of the Sables. And I said, but you still have something to offer, my brother. Just cross the line.
Yeah.
And at that time, I had no idea actually that he was close to 50 caps.
Yeah, which is an amazing
Absolutely
feat.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's a huge feat,
Yeah.
which we actually should have.
To give some context, I think you look at like to just dive into another sport. You look at a legendary player like Peter Ndlovu. I think he's got 38 or 40 something caps. To get my point,
This is huge.
This
It's
is
very big for him. Congratulations to him and Simba. They've done an amazing job for the Sables, and I hope they can continue on that trajectory. It's something that it would even be bigger and better if they qualify for the World Cup for the first time in such a long time.
Yeah.
We haven't been in action there at the Rugby World Cup, and I think this is a squad that will probably get us there. We just need to keep them together. Playing as much as possible. Let's give them as much game time as possible. But I think rugby is shining right now. We need to really congratulate them for the work that they're doing, both at administration level and at the field level. And I hope Zifa can emulate that. They've done very well on the field of play. Now we need to see them also putting their house in order quickly, with the upcoming elections and all that. It gives me nightmares.
all right.
Konapo ipapo ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.